So the final of the 2011 Bank of the West Classic, Serena Williams unseeded, Marion Bartoli the number 9 seed. But Williams a long odds-on favourite. Perfect conditions. Just a few seats still to be taken, but it's a sellout again. Here she goes.
First set. Serena Williams to serve.
So Williams to begin. Williams has got off such strong starts in the last two matches. The match has almost been decided after the first 20 minutes.
That's such a smart serve, certainly at the left tip of Bartoli. The trick against Bartoli is to play with a lot of width, but not give too much angle.
I understand that because of the double-handedness that Bartoli has, but how do you have width without angle?
Well, what you want to do is you want to open up the court at the right time. You know, some players think with Bartoli, oh, you've just got to play some angles and you'll get her out of position, but she actually quite enjoys that. You've got to work the point before you open up the court.
It's so dismissive.
First game.
Even it's not intentional. Intentional the way she just walks around the other side, having slammed down an unreturnable ace. Suddenly I feel this is an important game. So early on.
Marion Bartoli to serve.
There's that serve, working a treat.
I almost feel there's been another little add-on since Wimbledon. But she does serve well, and that's what she wants to do. The 1-2 punch. She doesn't want to get involved in too many long rallies, ending up getting out of position. Wants to try and shut things down early.
Fascinating to talk to Dr. Walter Bartoli about his approach. There was a period a few years ago where I understand, and it seems that he sacrificed speed for power. He believed power was all about hand-eye coordination, as you say, and power. Movement wasn't quite as important. It seems that he's changed his mind now because she's fighting fit. And she hasn't lost any of the power. In fact, the power's probably increased as well, but she's much faster.
40.
I think that's a good thing about Dr. Walter. I don't think he's afraid to change course. He just thinks deeply. I think they have very much a consensus relationship as well. They was chatting away at the tournaments.
One little blip at Wimbledon.
Oh yes, a slight lack of consensus there. Yes, he was ordered off the court during one match, but that doesn't happen very often.
40-50.
Well, she's not being shy with these second serves, and certainly when you come out against Williams, there's only one way to play. You go for it. You get the first strike in before Williams does, if you can.
Pretty good serving. She is right in this match. Sends a message.
And what you get from Bartoli is, and she's so aware of her court position, she knows she can't get pushed back. She's always trying to get up to that baseline, take it early.
Yes, neither of these will give an inch.
No, but certainly Bartoli, she hasn't got a choice because she's not that quick. She has to stand right up there.
Ooh.
15-30.
She's having a look, but no challenge.
She's seeing it really well, which is not bad considering she's hardly played this week.
Exactly.
Normally she needs some matches behind her before she really gets going.
Two break points. Unbroken against Lizicki.
Now that's width without angle.
34.
How many times did she do that against Lizicki and against Sharapova? Heartbreaking.
Advantage Williams.
Well played. She really is setting about Serena. Fantastic bit of retrieving on the second shot though from Williams.
Well, what Bartoli has, she has one of the best hand-eye coordinations in women's tennis, and she sees it very, very early. And that's, look where she's standing to receive Williams' first serve. So many players that would do that, and she can do that because when she was growing up, she played on one of those like multi-sport indoor arenas with all the different lines, and there was only like about 3 feet of run back, so she had to stand up the court, and that's what's developed this wonderful hand-eye that she has.
Deuce.
Couple of valets there, just in case Serena didn't hear the first.
But Serena was meant to hear them. It's all about not being intimidated. She will not be intimidated by Williams, and that's some feat.
Again, super retrieving from Williams on the backhand. Just forcing Bartoli to hit one more. And it's that retrieving which is as improved as anything from what we saw at Eastbourne in the early stages at Wimbledon.
Deuce.
That's a bit of a come down. Looked like there might have been a change of mind there. So third break point for the French woman. What on earth was going on there? I don't know if the sun was a major factor, but suddenly nothing on the serve, and it looked like it was a brain freeze. The picture is on Marion Bartoli, but our thoughts are with Serena Williams. Something happened in the last 30 seconds there. She wasn't going up for the serve. A couple of unforced errors where it looked like she wasn't thinking about the shot at all. We'll watch her with interest. There's something gone. Sam was hinting it might be an abdominal muscle.
Yeah, I mean, you just think she popped an abdominal muscle because she just looked like she couldn't get up there at all. It was very, very strange, but the trainer wasn't called.
So in the end, having worked so hard, Bartoli finally does get the breakthrough, and she leads 2-1. Maybe that jinx of Bartoli's opponents has struck again. Bartoli would have sensed that something's happened by the lack of speed on the serves. Uncertain times.
30-15.
Amazing the start from Bartoli. I mean, the foot is right on the pedal, right down, isn't it? Right from the first ball. The rituals are all going on. Apparently, all these rituals are all about keeping herself in the moment. There must be other ways to do that, but that's her choice.
40-15.
Well, you can see she certainly doesn't switch off.
No, she doesn't allow herself to switch off. I mean, it's just extraordinary. They could, I think if they plugged her into the main set, she could probably power the grid for about half of California, couldn't she?
Williams not moving well then, and this is the crucial moment in the match now. If Williams has done something, if it's an abdominal muscle, whatever it is, if the serve starts now as it ended in her last service game, well, you sense this match might only go one way. So we'll have to see. Was it only temporary? Is she able to hit the serve?
Fifty-nine.
Well, she hit that one all right. So now it's a mystery. Was it the sunlight this end that suddenly got in her eye 2 successive times? Don't know, but she just didn't follow through. Now she is.
We must always follow the golden rule when it comes to Serena and Venus Williams. You never know.
No.
You never know.
Totally confused.
Do not assume anything.
Well, that answers the question. There's nothing physically wrong, so you have to go back. But there is some problem with the sun. See what happens next time she serves that end. But Bartoli leads by a break, 3-2. So, Bartoli with the early break.
What's interesting here is, as I said, Bartoli, foot right to the metal, first point. Can she sustain this? I think she can sustain it for a while because she's experienced and she's in better shape. But Serena is just sort of getting going. You just feel she's just sort of unravelling, almost seeing what Bartoli's bringing to the table here. She's sort of standing back a little off this match and just keeping an eye on what's going on. There's so much more to come from Williams.
Serena won't enjoy those second serve stats.
The way Bartoli started, it's a little bit like, I'm watching a lot of the swimming from the World Championships from Shanghai this week, and it's a little bit like an 800-metre swimmer going out very hard for the first 400 and then just hanging on and hoping that they can break the rest of the field and hopefully that the cavalry won't come and catch them up. But that's how Bartoli is out here.
15.
But it is, I feel, the absolute right way to go about taking on Serena Williams. You want to get ahead early and then you want to try and stay ahead.
Solid rally from Bartoli. Williams again moving well.
30-15.
Upset with that last shot.
This is what I wanted to see. What happens when she has to hit 4 or 5 top quality shots? Is the game, is it stuck together enough with all this time out? This is the perfect test for her to get herself right back up to Grand Slam level again.
Frustration there from Williams. Another LA from the French. She breaks every rule. I think, is she the only tennis player who doesn't bounce the ball before the serve? I can't think of another.
4-62.
But there's so many things that are just one-offs.
Well, I don't know how she points her foot down the court and keeps that ankle attached to her leg, because it looks so uncomfortable. But I've always said it. I mean, that year she made finals in Wimbledon, she served absolutely brilliantly. She was like 80% first serves in those 2 weeks.
Really fancying this now, Bartoli.
This is the sort of tennis that she played to win here a couple of years ago against Venus. Just went for everything, lights out. Look where she is, right inside the court.
So what is it with Serena's serve? It's this end. She goes down the other end and serves 4 big first serves, and here she's basically, at the moment, just putting the ball in play like she did the last time she served this out. Is it the sun? Something to bite on for Serena. No wonder she reacted like that. It was almost tepid, her performance in the last few minutes.
30-15.
Launched at that, and look at the pace it came off the court.
30.
Yeah, it's Bartoli setting the pace. No pace on the serve. Bartoli takes advantage. It's break point for the second break. So close. Well, the serve, which was so strong against Sharapova, so strong against Lisicki, now looks almost a bug.
I don't know what she's trying to do, Williams. Is she just maybe just trying to take a little pace off to break up the rhythm of the return?
It's not working. A rather weak single-handed backhand from Serena there. Second breakpoint chance. Yeah, when she hits it right, certainly gets results. Is she bouncing the ball enough?
Well, that's going to happen from time to time because she's just giving it absolutely everything on every ball. I mean, this is as close to sort of Monica Seles-like as you're going to get from Bartoli, who is their idol, a double-hander.
Often that Serena Williams' serve is given this kind of treatment. She seems to be drifting in and out of aggression, Williams, here. Some rallies are quite passive almost, and others are in with a full Williams treatment. So a third break point. Missing the boat. Just get the feeling Williams at the moment is there for the taking. And that moment may not last too long. Quickest serve today, 115 miles an hour. Well, whatever it was, she's changed her attitude to serving in the nick of time. But it's still Bartoli who leads, but only by a single break. 4-3 in this opening set.
Do you want to see the ball?
Who says you win nothing with kids? On the back of a brilliant defence, the boys in the famous yellow stripe not only won the title, they ran away with it. The question is, was it a fluke, or are they the future?
Bundesliga Day 1, Friday at 2000, Dortmund, Hamburg, live on Eurosport 2.
Hier geht's los.
On commence par ici.
那一赛的吧，够格了。
从这里开始。
So Bartoli giving us exactly what we thought we'd get. Serena Williams, as you say, it's sometimes very confusing watching them over a long period, over a short period even. I'm not quite sure what we're getting from Serena.
What's quite interesting though is that, and this is where Serena just elevates herself above so many other players, aggressive players out there. She's not front foot in this match at all, but she's still competitive and she's able to just deal with it to get through the difficult patches. Whereas Bartoli, if Bartoli isn't front foot, then she's not taking home the winner's check. There's no chance.
Level on points, but Bartoli with the break and the new balls. I don't know if it's just a feeling I'm getting, but I get the feeling that she really prefers it up the far end. Probably the sun. She's playing her best tennis that end. Third double. A loud come on from Serena.
Oh, that is a very key moment in this set because that's the first time Williams has won a point against the Bartoli first serve. And I'd imagine that Williams, who has a pretty good onboard computer, would know that.
Listen to that. That's the most animated she's been this week. The turbo is charged.
15-4.
Just look at this. Two break back points. 2 doubles in the game. But Serena really looked like she was getting things in gear there.
Well, you just needed to find a level to deal with this, and what we forget, Serena always looks awesome. She's in this incredible physical specimen, but actually Serena's building her confidence back. She lost a lot of confidence over the last year, not playing, and then struggling a little on the grass courts. She's working her way back for herself as well. She's not as confident as she looks.
It's interesting you say that. Yeah, she hasn't lost the look of confidence.
No, but inwardly, she's a human being. She's, and you can just occasionally see it the way she plays and how she reacts sometimes.
Cool. Second double.
That's just all about having not played enough matches over the last year at this level.
First.
And as Sam was saying, all out of the same ball toss. Really animated now, frustration there, and here are 2 more break points for Bartoli. Super serving.
Well, she's been put under enormous amounts of pressure in this opening set, and understand with the level, just a little up and down.
Well, normally you could put your house on her making a shot like that, having set the rally up so well. But it is Bartoli who breaks again.
Bartoli is requesting to see your coach. Bartoli leads 5-4.
Serving for the set after 40 minutes. Think she's ready?
It's interesting, isn't it? I don't think we've ever seen Serena or Venus use the on-court coaching. I don't see Richard Williams sort of coming on at all. Maybe Oracene. Oracene was in that chat.
Yes, probably talk about shopping.
Probably would, yes.
faults not helping the cause. 2 in the last game. And now he's all of a fidget, you can imagine. It's all going so well. Super from Williams. Great movement and a lovely angle.
Let's just have a little look at this. I mean, just look at the core strength there. The balance when pulled out so wide, the control.
So after playing a pretty average game, suddenly she snaps back with 3 breakback points. Fascinating, those little backhand slices from Williams. Really digging in there. That's probably her best game of the match. Her graph has fluctuated wildly, but that was as good as it gets.
Well, in the second round, Williams had to do a bit of dabbling with Maria Kirilenko in that second set, but no one really has pushed her like this week. And this is, well, she might not feel it at the moment. It's exactly what she needs to get her level right up there.
And I wonder in the last game if the lack of match practice, seriously, that Marion's had this week turned against her, because there she was for the first time in a big situation against Serena Williams. She didn't handle it.
No, she hasn't had to play any clutch points this week, has she really? She's not liking this end at all for serving. I think you're right, it's just the sun that's really bothering her.
Yeah. I can't remember when I've seen her suffer like this with the sun. Suddenly Bartoli is just leaking errors. Looks like Anna Ivanovic serving. Sidearm serves. But it's got to her. Is that something, do you think, that the year off can bring, that she's just not used to coping with some?
I don't know, it's just really strange.
Well, the rest of it's picking up, that's for sure. And Bartoli, from serving for the first set, will now have to serve to stay in it.
Williams, 6 games to 5.
And she did wobble then at 5-4. And her serving, which has been pretty good, been commenting on how good the serve is, that wasn't good enough when it mattered.
200 yards from the tennis stadium. And for a full variety of coffee drinks, the Paris Coffee Cart is located right outside the stadium.
Yeah, she's missing considerably more now.
Marion Bartoli does play in her own unique style. I have to say, though, she's got a lot of fans all over the world, because you cannot knock the way she tries. She tries and gives everything. I think a lot of tennis fans are quite fascinated by Marion Bartoli.
These double faults are a pain in the backside. 6 of them now.
Yes, and 5 of them coming in her last 3 service games.
Serena hasn't played this game particularly well, because now it's Bartoli there for the taking. Missing, double faulting. It is set point for Serena Williams.
First serve.
One unfortunate cry of out, but Bartoli was out of it really from 5-4. She's going to have a word with the umpire. It was a spectator who called. There's nothing that can be done. I'm afraid she succumbed, and Serena's a set to the good.
We thought they were at the end. Raul, Ballack, Pizarro. Never write off true greats. Now another season's about to begin, and the question is, can they keep delivering? Follow the new season of Bundesliga, starting August 5th, live on Eurosport 2.
Second set.
So into the second set we go.
Williams to serve.
Serving percentage is a little misleading. Williams hasn't served that well. A lot of those first serves have just been bowled in at the other end to where she's serving at the moment. Williams giving her the fake.
15.
Bartoli. Yeah, I think there is something wrong.
You can see the tape on the back of the hand. She
yes.
always has that tape round.
Yeah. She's not hitting with the same clarity she has been.
30.
And that doesn't help. 8 aces now for Serena.
Out. 40.
Well, grip is everything as a tennis player, as any sports person, badminton, cricketer. If that's not right, then you're in big trouble.
The second ace in the game. Williams rubbing salt into whatever wound she has.
First game, second set.
Muttering to herself, but walking straight round. Since this game is vital now. The stats on the opening set. It seemed to be Bartoli's until the conclusion. Williams is now on 4 games in a row.
So in that first set, 20 unforced errors from Marion Bartoli, but so many of those were that kind of error, really forcing on a ball, and she traded for a while. It wasn't like there was error all over the place. Really trying to follow the plan.
Double fault number 7. Trying to get herself going, but you feel her heart's not in it as much now. Distracted. A late call, but I think it was the right one. Another look down at the wrist. 3 break points for the, this is the 4th successive break of the Bartoli serve.
Again, Williams.
It must be torture.
Williams leads 2 games to 1.
And I think she's weighing up now whether to continue. She's 20% of the player that she was.
I think she will continue, even if it's very painful, because there's no quit about Marion Bartoli. In fact, I don't think I can't remember her ever quitting during a match.
No, people quit against her.
Yes, that's the script.
And Williams is now loving this.
15.
From being on the back foot most of the time in the opening set, it's totally different now.
But that's where she's totally different from the Maria Sharapovas, the Azarenkas of this world, because she has a defensive game if she needs to go there.
Yes.
That's what really separates herself, Venus when Venus is fit, and Kim Clijsters, and to some extent Li Na. But most of the other players don't have that. You've got a real, I feel, polarisation in women's tennis. You've either got just offensive players or just counter-attacking players in the form of a Jankovic, a Wozniacki. It's very rare that you've got the players have both components.
Just missing.
30-15.
Looks terrific. It's not been quite as good as that. And Bartley, yeah, her serving percentage is going down all the time. But she now moves into double figures on aces. That's how she started. Really going after Williams' serve first or second. So composed, it has a totally different feel about the match now. 6 games in a row for Serena Williams.
4 years ago, a man I never met.
Red Square Beach Soccer. All set up for the Super Final. A proper climax to the league. Scintillating ball play from the best in the game. Euro Beach Soccer League Super Final from Moscow starts Thursday live on Eurosport 2.
So Marion Bartoli, as Sam predicted, is going to continue. Is she just going through the motions? No, as you can see, she's still giving it her best shot, but if you're not 100% against Serena Williams, that's a dark place to be, really. And Serena's up her favourite end and wants to give more hurt. It's funny when you make errors how much the injury hurts that much more.
Yeah, always. But Serena's just really concentrating on not getting distracted by Bartoli's injury, keeping her level up, and trying to finish this off in a very clean way. She always talks about that, Serena, finishing cleanly. And a lot of that clean finishing is not making silly mistakes, holding serve. She's a break up. That means, she's not going to just sit on the break here, but she doesn't expect to drop serve anymore and just not have too many dramas closing out this final. That's what she's looking for, because she's well on top and she's well in control.
Well played, Marion Bartoli. Her best point for some while. How she got two hands to that, I don't know.
Bartoli does a lot of things that we don't understand.
Could you ever contemplate serving without bouncing the ball?
Of course you can serve without bouncing the ball. You don't need to bounce the ball.
I understand that. But why is she a one-off? She doesn't bounce the ball.
I'm sure Dr. Walter has written some sort of thesis on it and has convinced her that it's completely unnecessary.
Too many of those, I'm afraid. And here's another chance for a break, for the fifth successive break.
Thank you.
Beautiful finish. Clean.
Yes, it ticks that box actually. Just going back to this ball bouncing thing, or lack of ball bouncing thing. Apparently back in the day, in the 50s or 40s and 50s, they didn't used to bounce the ball at all, hardly at all. It was Jimmy Connors actually that really sort of got it going. He used to bounce the ball a lot and everyone sort of took their lead from Connors, as I understand it.
She wants to finish with a flourish. Try telling her opponent's injured.
Oh, she's hit that serve beautifully today. Absolutely, as well as I've ever seen her hit it. And she'll be pleased with that, because so often she likes the little slider down the tee, but she hasn't used that too much out here this afternoon.
Serena. It was a bit like a magnet to her, but well, she deserved it. Again, good defence.
Or just the hunger, the willingness to chase everything down. And for the first time in the match, I think she's really starting to enjoy herself out here now.
Racing to victory. 8 successive games. Just the sort of match she'd have wanted, Serena.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be so pleased with this, because Bartoli did throw everything at her in that opening set, and Serena had a few little ups and downs. There'll be other players out there on the tour that will think, you know, that they've got games to unsettle Serena. I think Azarenka, Linar, a fit Kim Clijsters, and they'll do what Bartoli did to her in the first set, and she's come through it. Well, she's come through it brilliantly.
So Bartoli serving to stay in the match after an hour and a quarter only. Most of that was in the first set. I think most people here would like her to win this game, because she hasn't quit.
15.
Maybe a greater percentage would have in her situation than not. Maybe she should get some kind of reward.
What? 15 all.
Good second serve. And she's constructing on second serve, only won 29% of the points. Not helped, of course, by the 8 doubles she served. Good serving, and well done, Marion Bartoli. And a strong round of applause greeting that character. She's never lacked that. And Williams is down the end. She's found more difficult serving. Big kick.
Yeah, she's done well with that second serve out here today. I mean, she's got a lot of work on it. There's a lot of control. Sometimes when you haven't played a lot of matches, the second serve you can just get a little edgy on it.
What a rally. Best rally of the match. I thought Williams had done enough. She's super tough, isn't she, Bartoli?
Ladies and gentlemen, subversive players, please remain quiet during the point. Thank you.
It's that serve out wide, mostly from the juice court, but in that court as well.
She'll be absolutely thrilled with that, the way she's played under pressure in this match, in the clutch moments, and this still is a clutch moment for her because she won't feel she's really back until she picks up a title.
Oh, wow. Well, the speed gun froze then, but that was mighty quick. And this second set has been almost as quick. Here is match point, championship point for her first title for 13 months. And she is another huge step on the way to being back where she was, a champion again. Can you imagine how that must sound to her after the months that she's had when she nearly died?
Well, it's just been such a good week for a sequence of 5 very good matches against informed Zicki. Bartoli's been playing well, and a tip-top win against Sharapova. It's all looking good for Williams.